How's it going? This is Eric. This is a response video to Pyro 314, and this video really inspired me to give my sort of unified field theory of reality, which actually has its origin in Socrates. I find as I get older, my appreciation deepens for an axiom like, the greatest wisdom lies in the knowledge you know nothing. The subtlety and power of that idea is so sublime, you know, because it really gets to the heart of the issue when dealing with your individual life, your perceptions of reality, you know, because if you don't take anything for granted, then you're more open to, you know, reality as it is, as opposed to your ideas of it or what you might think it might be. And the culmination that really kind of brought me to my whole thing on the subject was somebody once asked me, how much of what you know and how much of what you know do you use? And I thought about it, and oftentimes it happens like that. Well, the ideas that have been kicking around in my head sort of coalesce around a question that somebody else asks me. I might think about it, and I said, well, all I can say honestly is, I know I am. I know there's an awareness here, having experiences, and as far as what it all means, you know, I have a lot of beliefs on the subject, but do I know? No, I can't say that I do. So I'm not as wise as Socrates. I don't. I haven't quite whittled it down to nothing yet, but I do know. I only know one thing. You know, which seems like it'd be close enough, but that's still pretty damn far from nothing. That's the rub, you know. So I am going from there. It's where this idea, you know, and some experiences that I had, you know, different spaces of consciousness led me to this idea. Now, it's going to require a little audience participation. Just right this moment, just be aware of yourself, your existence, of, you know, your body, that there's this image coming into your eyes and it's being processed by your brain. There's electrical impulses going through all the organs, everything's working. You're here, right? Where? Now imagine that feeling of awareness everywhere, like it's just fucking everywhere, right? Infinite. Right, now imagine there's nothing else but this feeling of awareness, and it's infinite. It's everywhere in time and space, because there is no time or space, because there's only one thing. If there's only one thing and it's everywhere, then time or space are completely meaningless concepts. So here's this infinite awareness resting only in itself. Now imagine it had a thought. And maybe that thought was, I'm alone. And so, yeah, here it is. And from that, everything seems to make sense as far as how this whole reality is put together and seems to function. For me, anyway, it seems to make sense. It's like, you know, and religious texts and religions, like, you can, from this point of view, you can totally see what stuff is just like cultural crap and political shit. Like, basically, you can figure out easily what's the bullshit that's just been thrown in. And it's even easier to see what's the, like, real shit that was at the heart of it to begin with. Somebody really did have a good idea of how we ought to behave and why. yeah, so you kind of see how all cultures sort of, all throughout time, there have been these people that have tried to say, hey, really it's just this. We're just all this one thing together. This interdependent world of finite beings and things is all this one thing happening at the same time. So that's my working hypothesis about it. Just thought I'd share that with you.